Welcome back to the Community Moment. I'm really excited for today's guest. Thank you for being with us, Crystal. You're a woman after my own heart. You teach in the special needs area. Why in high school would you say that ninth grade coming in students, that's such a pivotal year for them?
Ninth grade is a critical year. It's what we would call a transitional year. So anytime you're moving from an elementary to a middle school, or from a middle school into a high school, and high school post-secondary, whether it be college or into an adult program, it's a transitional year. So those can be very, very difficult years, especially when we're working with our students with disabilities. So it's important that we create kind of a soft landing as much as we can.
Well, how can families and teachers work together for the children to make sure that they have appropriate goals inside and outside of the classroom?
It's kind of already built in structurally. So when you transition into whatever new year or new school that you're going to, there's a transitional meeting that occurs. People from both teams are there together, and they start the conversation. What supports and accommodations are going to be needed in order for the transition into high school or middle school is going to create that easier, softer landing. And the awareness that parents need. Knowing your classes, knowing that we're no longer in a confined classroom or a self-contained classroom, but we're going to transition. We're moving passing periods, right?
Yeah.
Big campuses. So that sort of thing starts to get talked about a lot.
And how do your teams get creative, like to help support a student who may have interests and turn those into opportunities?
What it takes is an awareness. And as a team, it takes everyone. So if you have a science teacher or even a campus security who is noticing an interest that a student has, maybe they are doing percussions on the lunch tables, right? That kind of thing might be, do you have a musical interest? Are you interested in maybe joining a band? So it's really the awareness, paying attention, looking closely at those likes, dislikes, and special interests. Maybe it's gardening. Maybe you have a special interest in gardening. Maybe a student is playing in middle school or elementary school in the sand or the dirt, and they just keep gravitating there. Well, why? Yes, it could be comforting, soothing. It's tactile, all those things. But is there something more? So it's really awareness and just keeping your eyes open.
So in thinking about resources, what would you say are good resources for families and students to look for when they are transitioning or in high school?
The school obviously is a key place. Your local school district should have a page where your special educational services are listed. And in there's something called the Community Advisory Committee, or should be. If not, it's under a SELPA, S-E-L-P-A. That is a great resource. They typically put on trainings for families. Here in Temecula, we can go to our city page and we can look up different resources and see what parks might be inclusionary. Also, every county is going to have a regional center. Becoming a regional center client allows for additional services, whether you access them right away or later on down the road. And then, of course, the Department of Rehabilitation as well is also going to be able to provide resources as young people start to grow and get older. And again, have that ability. Where are we looking at in terms of workability? What is our skill level? So understanding where to go for your resources and supports is absolutely critical.
Well, thank you very much for your time. We really appreciate it. We'll see you next time on the Community Moment.